President John Dramani Mahama ade awakwakopi mu ewo UK na emu nsem de aba bebre particularly de osha na UK for no omani won ho bebre anu mu bisebisa ho nsem efa nanu ada LGBTQ bewa ebeto oja se okopie mu ewo Ghana Parliament a wo mo apase a wo mo twen se mampani ede ne nsa ebe hyase no na enu ada ye hu se UK for hyase se wo mu bisebusa nsem de fa ho amampani de tu dwa se bill ne de wo mo apase ewo mrahye bedwafie akase eba bedru ne ho na emu bedru ne ho no age se efafa process bi mu ni ade ansana wo betimi ede ne nsa hyase. Now one thing na nyina ye hu for some period of time was that LGBT bill we are ache ansana ye pass no the fact say amafo dwene se Ghana yenya agitumu se LGBT bill no enye adwuma okrom ha countries like the UK, the US, any ade no emmoa wo mo ede eboaye no enya de ayensa ebeka biom na so me no ka say President Mahama wono de wa kire say yes oye mampani ampa na niema bi say no emoni hu esan say no mo busebusa nsem no de fa LGBT ni hu ni ade bi che say we are UK for asha say busa na che say kia ne kin emmoa bi wo ho okro mo de beboaye a enya de ayensa ebeka so me no ka say 215 million pounds na sabrede ababeto Ghana ye coffers mu enam eya yonkofa krata bia Ghana any UK de ensa hyase. Now we just screen so a we the Prime Minister, UK Prime Minister ISTS Tama, Kia Stama, wono ena sabrede was J Mampani John Dramani Mahama fell so ebra kopi mu UK into ono ankasa edito ne Twitter handle and an X handle. We shall say welcome to Downing Street, President John Dramani Mahama. Today we are building an even stronger relationship between our two countries, backing British jobs and attracting investment into the UK. Into and semwa British and as a mechanic say UK or more Prime Minister no what the two ja Abraham Penny kopie mu UK mine mu no any ashim na say o mama penny John Dramani Mahama kwaba shonko edeko UK mine no emu Downing Street to be precise a wo mokoto ato adwene na wo mo abon komo afanie mo betimi aye aboa ama ejuma sem empuntu sem akoso ewo aman mienu no emu eno ene ebeka se Ghana atadwe yate denne. So just as you can see on the screen no or say Ghana signs 215 million pounds growth partnership with UK in team amidst all the LGBT nsensem a na ekoso amanfo ihu ne se LGBT akopase bill yi de sebe o man bi any one ma they would want particularly US ni UK for him a o mepese wo mo ni Ghana ebeko into any partnership, but fortunately for us no say the ye hu no ade a wo mo ama Ghana 215 million pounds ayede eba be ye adwuma aboa ama oman no entutu ye de fa adwuma ho investment ni ade be bia wo se ye de sika wura na enema kototen ewo eye oman ni mu no yetimi aye. Now yehwemu a na chese President John Dramani Mahama ekopie mu hono ma UK for atiase a wo mo ne yen akọ sa partnership ni mu no ensema ye mampani di tu dwa no ene ye de ato screens ni so e de ama no say I am pleased to announce that today in London we signed a landmark UK Ghana growth partnership during the Ghana UK Investment Summit as a roadmap for 2026 to 2028. It aims to deliver tangible benefits for Ghanaians and businesses operating in our country. Into a chemo and just kopie mu ewo London no ade a UK and Ghana yede ensa hye kratasia ye beka bomu na yedi djuma ebeboa ma obepie mu Ghana ha enwumanwuma be dɔɔso ye be invest ewo nwuma mu amanfo nso ho be hinhan wo mo ene ade o se sa dwumedie we ekoso ewo Ghana UK Investment Summit no ase na sa partnership we no I will hold from 2026 they kopim 2028 behwe aboa enwuma ene amanfo binuma wo mo ewo Ghana krodwe mu ha. Now say deals worth up to 215 million pounds stand at the center of our collaboration with the UK. By prioritizing private sector growth, infrastructure, and skills development for our youth, we aim to ensure that we can compete globally. Inti ochemo anache se sa 215 million pounds no sikabia eba beboa private sector ndwumanwuma no ene ade infrastructure adan ahodo ebeboa ama oman no etimi agina brane afi mabunu okrom ha so betimi nya ensano adwuma bi na aboa wo mu na oman no etimi akonanim. Now say a groundbreaking 101 million pounds UK backed initiative, part of the partnership, will create the Gulf of Guinea's very first commercial scale ship repair and dry docking facility. Into mutrema sasika no 101 million pounds the jumedi eba bedin so kupimu Gulf of Guinea commercial ship that's one ke boa eba no trading ni ade a atochema no wo mo edeko akosiesie na afi etimi ahase se adwuma. Now set to generate up to 430 direct jobs, including 30 reserved for women. The Takrady floating dock project will propel Ghana to the forefront of regional maritime hubs. Enti na cheso mu trema sikana mu no enipa be 430 wo mo hwese ejuma sa ejuma be 430 ena amanfo ebetimi aye ena afi nso no se ejuma ni mu no emu 30% de ya reserve de ama ema ewo Ghana kudri ma yepiemu water Takrady nso a floating dock project ekoso wo ho no nso no sika ni bi ebekwa akohyemu ewo ho. Now say the partnership is unlocking millions in climate aligned infrastructure, propelling an 85 million pounds reforestation fund and an exciting 9 million pounds investment dedicated to forest restoration in the Oti region. Inti sikana kase medru Ghana ni acheche mu de ede ba be dada. Inti ebepiem wo Ghana ha emu 85 million de ye de air reforestation in ria ye twetwetwa ni ade. Already know we've been talking about climate change. Na forestation ni ade ne ni nyina ka ho land degradation ye degrade land na manua wo so nyina ekọ ti esa medwedwa enua no ebi ochemu a Oti region ena sa dwumedie no ebekọ. So now see these transformative projects will generate local jobs and safeguard our environment. Inti se nwuma we nyina abekọ so a definitely yebe nyankofo a wo mo besomu amayaye enti kwan bi so no edwuma na wo mo ebebie e de amanfo. See even more exciting, a 6 million pounds partnership will support the implementation of the Ghana AI strategy and energize science and technology collaboration across our universities. Inti AI strategy no so no Ghana edi eniesi so no echemu a sikei emu 6 million pounds ebekwa kushemu edise dwuma no. Now in the health sector, our system will be transformed by a 4 million pounds partnership for specialist clinical engineering training. New transnational education guidelines will also be launched to open up outstanding opportunities for Ghanaian students to access world-class training. In Tizikanen so ebano the health sector so ebi ebekwa kopiemu ho that is a 4 million pounds a wo de be share ama titiye wo se yede ma amanfo no yebetimi ede ama wo mo. Enti nsem a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama odi abetudwa efa the partnership sika 215 million pounds no de ede ba be ye eno no ni nyina mu no mampani ekopiemu ewo UK no ade a wabowura Ghanaian shops ahodo a ewo UK wakosra Ghana fo a omo UK omo abiebie shops ni ade na ohwe se de amanfo ani ade a omo de oseni siri hehe ekohia mampani a na chese tumu se energy nko a yenko na yenko hwe se de mampani ekopiemu UK Ghanaian shops ni binum no se de omo je no esify.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Say hello to us.
Okay, ready? Ready, everyone? All right, ready? My commissioner coming. Okay. All right, ready? Over here, everyone. Say watching. Watching. Okay, thank you. Thank you. We are good. Thank you. All right, ready, everyone? Okay, ready, everyone?
Abusia President John Dramani Mahama UK awokopie mu no aside meeting with the Prime Minister any other stakeholders summit course no okai say Ghana fo binumu ewo UK enti wo so otimi ekosra wo mu awokopie mu ewo some of the Ghanaian shops ewo UK now share how they were so happy watching ade cheering each other up. Now they were happy say wo mo mampani ababe pie wo mo akachi ni nyina mu no osan so edineni ekire London Stock Exchange honso no enkomo twetwe course so kopinsempense niam em kohwe ne mafa how the stock market no isifa ekoni kwa betimi afa so a Ghana so ye be beneficiaries to all that. Now yen kohwe eno nso embra na yen to ansem no eso.
The buzz of energy just before the market open. And values like trust. For 300 years, trust has been at the heart of every transaction in this city.
So that was President John Dramani Mahama. Ne visit to UK no near PPF mu by LGBT nemu. God being so good, no yetimi sign a partnership with the UK worth £215 million. Wakosra Ghana for UK wabwa stock exchange for no. Na say president is really working amount for abona baso say amidst everything any all the conspiracy theories tete de efa LGBT no kwan betimi affect ye no. I said that is not how it has been, because for UK to sign that partnership with Ghana, even though LGBT bill no is being passed and waiting for ascension no, na just say we are on course. Now you be free president in the UK in semi so na ya bwera Ghana ye mra shebedwefie na ensemo ifa LGBTQ plus aje te se ewo ho. Now LGBT nsemi shase no enye ne during President John Dramani former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo penso and LGBTQ plus bill ya shase aka ho asemo finally ya pass bill no na bill na ya pass no ensem bebre ene di akire. Now uko internet ne so a there is ensem bi a etwego efa the minority leader Osahene Afeyo Markins ho a prempre bi no mo kyese adenti na a whole parliamentarian rashebidwane ete se obetimi aba be ka sa ensem we. What does he mean by that? Now yefa Afeyo Markins ensem a wa allegedly etem so akoka amount for twene srani abasa internet ne so no ye better screens ne so the amount, but clearly no ebinum chema it was wrong on the side of the minority leader to come out and state say looking at the stature of Ghana no say pass LGBT na akwa say we are trying to make other people not feel comfortable kroi mu ase yesi omokwan from exercising their rights and all that. Now this is what is trending. IHM say allegedly the parliamentarian no Afenyo Markins atuja. So I say a law that imprisons people for their sexual orientation or who they choose to love does not protect society. Intina say emra ye ba be ye de begu akwamu asebe wonipa the person or ye edefa ne sexual orientation ho no ana nipa opeso odo no wontimi nye de na chese emra no embo eye ekuroman ni nyina eho ban. Now utu aso a o say it simply select a group of human beings and make their existence a crime. Enti na chese enipa kakre bi pe na sebe emra we no ase akoso omumu a ma omu abrabo no sebe akoye se boni bi en omu di anase bibisa. Yes, so according to Afenyo Markins no ensem a odi atudwa na chese he's making it look like the bill a passing nyina no it's a wrong narrative. Now I say that is a line no parliament in the civilized world should cross. It's not according to in some way I who screens so they say Afenyo Markin is not in support of this whole LGBT who they say I say we mutate chankofo fa who dey so ye pesi ye din kofo ani so okrodwem hane ade and amafo chem say na Afenyo Markin, how can you come out and say this? Abra mo ina matena ma shebedwefie akase bobo nsem no na. If you are coming out to tell us this, what do you mean by that? E dey na wo pa kire. And then your man for actually send ya basa any ade. But apparently no, ono nso Afenyo Markins na kasa aba abonten. Abechem say that particular post where e go viral na ejentre han e wo internet no so na man for chem say it is wrong for him to come out and say that. Ojem say enyo no true you. Enyo no true ye because na the page no and na the platform no obi de nsa akoka. Say hackers for any ade akwa aken wo mo atwotwo ni ama though some people don't understand what is happening no from what Afenyo Markins can nyina said this particular post ne there it's fake enyo no na etroye and ebinum chemo munyini because just a few minutes and 70 beto dwan anche bia na Obeka said the account has been hacked. Inti Usha, he came out to say that kindly disregard this post. Account was compromised. Na chese sa particular post ya ye huno ye ntwambo because enyo no ene troye obi na edeno sebe ne high life eko say ni reggae when the page no so Afenyo Markins is out to disregard that all this is not his handwriting on won't me interesting same way. But say the argument is still on about this particular bill. According to the minority, no, Afenyo Markins mo penny or chemu said bill na NDC for our passes no that is not the original bill. NDC for so mutu netie ediguga for any so into omompene the bill has to be reviewed by the so-called committee o makwatena se edisa bill ya base omo empase enti ba kotie the whole argument about this bill mashebedwefie led by Sahene Afenyo Markins, the minority leader in parliament na yebra yatoa ensem no eso.
Have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I'm supposed to speak to facts, and that's what I'm going to do. Our friends in opposition passed a bill, and in that bill, in the 8th Parliament, where I was majority leader, there were several discussions on certain amendments, and they insisted, Mr. Speaker, what they are doing now with this committee amendment is to dilute, Mr. Speaker. If I look at all the proposed clauses,
Honorable,
Mr. Speaker, I must finish.
Leader.
This practice where the majority leader gets his say, and if it's the turn of somebody, he will find a way of stopping.
Please listen to me. The position that you are stating has been canvassed in this
Mr.
House.
Speaker, I'm making my point. I want all of us to accord ourselves that respect. I can read a room. I should be allowed to make my point. Mr. Speaker, in all humility, I can read a room. I am making my point, and I would act within the laws. I shouldn't be instructed. Mr. Speaker, I am submitting that the bill that the sponsors have proposed with this so-called amendment by the committee, Mr. Speaker, our friends who are in government today oppose every amendment
Honorable Minority
in the
Leader.
8th Parliament.
Honorable
And today,
Minority Leader.
they want to pass
Honorable
a bill.
Minority Leader, you cannot refer to a proposed amendment from a committee of this House as so-called.
Mr. Speaker,
you
for
know
want
that
of
is
a
not
better
proper.
word, Mr. Speaker, anytime I talk, you interrupt. Even when the majority leader gets it
If you
wrong,
use a
you don't
language
interrupt
that
it.
is not proper, I will have to draw your attention to
Mr.
it.
Speaker, the majority leader used
I will
lawlessness
continue
against
to draw your attention
interrupted
to
me.
it. You cannot refer to a proposed amendment emanating from a
Mr.
committee
Speaker,
of this
the
House
proposed
as
amendment-
so-called.
Mr. Speaker, that's fine. I take guidance from you. That's fine. Mr. Speaker, I disagree with the attempt by the committee of this House to use amendment to water down the very bill that our friends, when they were in opposition, pushed it on the country. Mr. Speaker, that was their argument. And where is the principle? Mr. Speaker, where is their principle? They sponsored the bill. May I finish? You see, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader is not a Democrat. Sit down. I listen to you in silence. So you sit down. Mr. Speaker, when they were in opposition, they sponsored the bill. They resisted every single amendment. Mr. Speaker, today, they are now saying that through a committee, they are amending, Mr. Speaker, the clause 9, the very amendment they rejected in opposition. Today that they are in government, they are claiming that this is the bill they want. Mr. Speaker, they are virtually rendering the very thing they propose odious. Mr. Speaker, the very thing that they and Ghanaians, the people of Ghana can see through the double standard, the lack of principle. And I'm putting it to you, Majority Leader, that your side lack principle. Your side lack principle. And that is a political statement coming from this side of the House to me. How can you, the very law that you wanted signed today, when it's your turn, you are amending. So you know that you can take away all these clauses. Where is Sam George? Where is Sam George? Where is Sam George? This is political double standard, lack of principle, and now you want to water it down. So you don't want it. And you want to claim you want to pass it. You are passing no law. We can read through your double standard, Majority Leader. That is why I came back into the chamber to deal with your double standard. You want to intimidate Honorable Ntim Fodjo, virtually render his proposal odious. That's what you're doing. And then you say when you finish, you send it to the president to sign for the media. You pass LGBT. When you know you pass no law, you want to confuse us like you did on the e-levy, like you are doing on Dumso and everything. Mr. Speaker, we can read the room.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Obusia minority leader Sahene Afenyo Markins ena yeti nsema wadi tuja on the floor of parliament na chese wotrema NDC for double standard na bill no during the former president Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ne time no eniema wo motrotro ye se wo mopese ye de emra no NDC for ese dabida enya de a wo bepene so that time no na NDC minority na NPP majority wo mo so wo ntiase ma NPP for amende mra ne kakra na nya flexible enti se de wo matro no saa ene pass no enye mra na enne ye bedru wo mo so no wo mo de wo makwa amende de aba asesa niema bi niema na wo mo ankasa wo mo pen so during the NPP time na ko mo so mpeso mo sesa na enra no eye be flexible and this for bogu ye no the same thing na wo mo eye enti wo mo onte ase ne enti ase chena e wo se eye enra na sesei anase bill na sabre ye twen se mampani John Dramani Mahama de ne nsa be hyase na be ye enra na enipa bi no mo de omo ho eye gay ne lesbianism ne ade wo krom ha no enra na timi ene wo mo adi ne se de te no until so mo be review is amra no enya de a ono sahene afeyo markets obeje atumu ne aje atumu china na we double standard na NDC for person wo ye e wo mrahye bedwafie. And so we are looking at what is going to happen because already the parliament mechanism speaker of parliament Alban Bagbin tete se waba be kasa say ono odinechija is wo munhwem wankasa omon pass mpo and maybe there might be a review of the bill again ebedi etire na yamamo update ewo ho. Now yenko ensem foforo so abutrika abrantia nanu ada ebeto odwa say ye kire mu a 8 million fraud romance scam sika bi afa densem ama enei wo mo be extradite no de nakwa akopie mu wo US no ye hu the back and forth the financem ne ho finally ye grant abutrika bail na ye grant ni bail oba efie no ensem we betete ye ne se ni nua ba ko afrimu ni nua ba prekope afrimu because of all these issues any ade unfortunately no 1 week there asese so and so na me no ka say for the first time abutrika ba bonten aba betre ne nsem emu Wachemu a kwadu e de boni nyina no enye no kre but what really happened onu akasa ba bonten a wabechechemu how everything started how it unfolded any ade na tese otimu se wachemu a some conspiracy bi ni ntwa to so bi na ye de to no so asem no enye sa enete asem ne tesen yenko na yenkuti mfi onu akasa eho
there's nothing like $8 million biao. Omakase state wo mse wo mama $13,000. Reason why ntia 8 million ba ye na kasa ne se. Wo me be fa me yimbri no. Wo be fa me yimbri no na me wona we ko na kwate se wo no. Ano nti me so no na wo me kai se o ko fo bi pese wo ni me ye interrogation bi na de won fa me din ko. You know, your call some dark room be conference room. I said like your one in Shadan, but I said dark room a conference room be aka. If you know abroad 4-3 being black men's too. And your call na or they papers will go or like I think more evidence will go and not so is a set up or makasa ye. This whole way, set up for me. No, mommy, ya we say we set up no dey me.
Oh, one interrogate you in the catch.
Oh yeah, cause I me the buy. Set up no.
Okay.
I set up no informative catch up say provide the account e man. Na they know say account in your media. You know, me mbo account na ni din enfema
na account na din is so.
This is so. Like I say obi the account ni ma me no. Me mbo ni din enfema I say, oh, we sabi information no kwa no bla ansa no nyame no. Into me get say oh we be no already na say mo kwa mu ansa no we be sami. That dey koso mu timu no say that so na into me mboni disa. Say what me say ni bufu or like ablofo ni bufu. Eba say oh me mboni jindia aba charge me from $1 million to $80 million. I catch me.
Say wa nipa na account no body you be charge you from 1 million
to 8 million. So I say I'm growing no because into me when me crew like in my own country now me can say oh like another one be say na into no na me can say we are growing.
Abusia abutreka ni nchiremu a wode ama ensem no eni na chese ochiremu a $8 million aye chiremu say the fraud money involving the arrest any idea. That is not what it is. Name so my setup sabi omo person omo de che no ni ade no enti they were finding ways and means to get information from him. Information so awon so en relay you know no kra titire en wo mugina so a wo che ne se wa mbobbo din ama ye hu asumasi ana obenten ani ade account ne wonsem dia ene trust me ye betum akọ 8 million tina say the course no a ye di hu say yes ne ho bon $8 million fraud mu no sa nete na asem ne de enye no kre wo kasa na o twemu say of late ye hu say yes say FBI for no sana all this while no womo nkrofo wo Ghana ha womo ne nam town ni ade ene o twemu say FBI for informant yes wo Ghana no Cape Coast ene wo ho ena wo mo rechi ni free ya or the genesis of the two no nyina no sha se free na say informant no Cape Coast ena wa bɔ ne wadwa no na mu nketen ena all sourcing from informations ni ade ena yesunsu mafidie we akwa say anas style ni bi na wo de kwaye number 14 ne de nsɛmba ye no kind of the same thing now yentie ho nso said the wo kyerɛ nsɛm ni mu esify
Omode ma wa won so de ma informant no. Se na obi din wo so. Bank wo so. Na won e be busa se kobodi.
Na informant na wo so man na different na the ba me or the like different formats on be use to ma me. Informant ni tata me aba me feel like was so dro 3 times. Ni nya ne sam be come like we menya me. Nti sa informant no e Cape Coast ni. Of Cape Coast. And me guy na dey be no apartment no no they owo mi odem sisia no onu se Cape Coast ni I think wo hu so wo mu ye kromfo wo mu fi kro ba ko so na ono so try say oh ene abu aye na ni krom ni nti no me nkope bi ma no me mbu ano so okay I think 2 weeks ko na me nkasa na ho ye 2 weeks ko so informative to me aframe me sound if what to me frame mus a deal to frame 20 times.
It's our account.
Say me ko account ni man.
Sa account na sa $13,000 in the bed dem no.
Enya wo de. You almost send $50,000.
The same account.
$50,000 na buy. Na wo say ye $13,000 film. Na ya fan kan ma wo.
Okay, it's $50,000 na buy. Na mo say $13,000 film.
And $13,000 no account na ne je ne de. Na 5% wo 13,000 mu buy your site.
But anya wo account.
Anya wo account.
Anya wo din na wo.
Anya wo din na wo so anya me hwe.
It's account na nya wo dia.
Account ni me dia.
Obi an transfer ska bi ameto account.
Obi an transfer ska bi ameto account na no kwanso for me nim no. Me ndi ni number me nim baby ofi kwa.
Who name account owner no?
Account owner no. Informative ma me pressure no. Na me so me ko to madam for say oh. Obi say o pe bibi nti no yamboa no. Na madam for so ko hwehwe bi baaye. It is $50,000 no. And the reason why it's me boy or that switch that sales no kwa ne say $50,000 no baaye no. And I me see oh since I will say you chrome for no there. Kono ko diska no. Na fa ma o chrome for no for $50,000 no come informative no. So say ni chrome ni nti jena for come no. And into the captain or demo for 5 months yo. Sika 50,000 or didn't wa sika koma no. And no demo no.
To know that them.
Yeah, or the sales I think at the NIB one. NIB.
Oh, you on the man bill.
On the man bill. We work court on the Thursday. Timpaya na ye boss
Thursday yet now.
Thursday yet now ye how much?
Wow.
So no play woman say or day wa sika no koma wo no no ano.
Obi sika na area sponsor for one.
Na informate we benyame no na okonya no ono na ade no ma ne ma informate no ma ne ma me no eno ane ne road pray or demo no IFAC extradition because of this case
until oh the extradition order yenkom and the main issue now war account number na you din na wo so
me din na wo so
obi aso transfer sika bi ameto account
na obi an transfer sika meto account
who feel say as a young man who feel say I mean so what's na o hwade ni nyina who feel say
Abutrika ena wache nsem ni mu na chese wo tremu a informant a FBI photo no beto Ghana ha no ono ene hyase se wo tata no ena wo pa account e de sikatum wo pa account e de sikatum ani ade ena chese wo no nso eja informant ne de fa wo no ni close friend eso ena ni close friend nso de ba wo no so na chese wo no nso yes ene mame mo anye wo mu didi mu konya account e de ma informant na sika beto mu nti se sika ne mpo no enye ono ni account mu ene sika ne beto ye ena ono akase sika ne tafa kakra bi na wo mu a ye de ema na chese wabre bese court akwani aba di bese ene a hyebe me no kase kra de ye hwese ye be extradite no e de na akọ United States na so chemu asem ne de wonim ho hwe sebe meka ne se ro kakra bi a wo play wo mu no ene ne wabre ho na ne nyina mu no lawyer ni a wo gire mu e de ma Abutrika enu adan hu se abu ekopie mu wo court amanfo bi se adan asem ni yendim wieye e den na ekoso wo mbesa achi na wo mbesa extradite na like what is really happening enti lawyer ababo ntia bitwemu de ntia wo mo ekopie mu e wo court what is happening and enti they still need to be at the court premises now ebetie lawyer nchemu a wo de ama asem no yeba yato ansem no eso.
This case, you know, the basic court has given its committal order, and then we are seeking to quash it by certiorari. So it's pending before the court, and then we have a human rights matter to pending at the human rights court, as well as when he was in custody, we filed a habeas corpus. So now that he's out, there are new facts that have come up, and which the High Court being a court of record, we are seeking to bring those facts by way of a supplementary affidavit for the court to determine the matter based on evidence and then the facts and the circumstances around our application. The High Court being a court of record. So we sought leave today by a motion. But then the Republic sought to abridge time and the court heeded them. So we moved the motion today, and we're coming back on the 11th of May for a ruling on it. Either they'll give us leave, they'll grant us leave to file a supplementary to bring the facts before the court. 11th of June. Sorry, not 11th May. 11th June.
What does this mean for you and your clients?
Oh, it's due process, and then rule of law. I mean, everything should be determined on evidence and the facts and the circumstances, and then it should be by due process. It should be heard. It can't be that it's a tradition. So when a district court just gives committal, it should be bundled and taken away. No, he has every right as a Ghanaian citizen.
And you think your application would be upheld?
No, that would be prejudicial. Let me leave it to the judge to determine. So we'll come back and.
Abutrika lawyer NIT and nsema odi tuja at least the okanyina and say extradition case na na wo mu ADH wo mu so mama ne bail there but according to the law no e was wo mutimi file some documents bi ni ade a betimi aboa ama the extradition no etimi omotimi ayi ade free ho na abu ho ato no krodwem ha enti ebekoso na ya monitor closely this particular issue no bia ebekwa kopie mu ade aba because lawyer chemu a 11th June omo ebekwa kopie mu ewo court ebiem na afi nkrata semu bia ewo honom ewo se wo mu edisu no omo ye no omo atimi afolo na asem no yape na no puma sibre now yemfiri Abutrika ne issue we so na abusua yenkopie mu ewo Western North mantel no emu eho na me ne wo kase Ghana Immigration Service wo mo edi operation bi ahyehye so enam so enipa bako 112 ensa etimi aso wo mu emu na sa nipa 112 mu nyina ye mba abusua ema wo mo ewo emfie beye du mienu ede kopem emfie ebeye 34 na sabre de womo ache womo anase womo akọ rescue womo na Ghana Immigration Service ense womo de ba nyina ne se sa emaya womo ye 112 a womo attain the age of 12 to 38 yes 12 to 38 no emu 110 Nigeria for na baako Benin baako enso efri Cameroon na de womo ne se ade a ema yache womo a sebe yɛde omo ekwakoye human trafficking ebinom wonom a yɛde omo kɔ no omo akoye commercial sex adwuma say ebeka say ahye adwuma so as you can see on the screens no emanu nie a me no kase ide immigration for etimi abo omo homodin ama omo nsa aso omo mu a omo aboa omo na omo timi de omo akwakopie mu ewo omo ekro mu respectively omo hwe se yebebo omo ho eban na fe omo nsa kom because you could see that they were moved from their towns to Ghana, not from their countries to Ghana, just to come and use them for sexual business. Now, Usha screens niswa way every the Ghana Immigration Service for a say the Ghana Immigration Service has successfully returned 105 foreign nationals to their countries of origin after an intelligence-led operation in Asekrigwa rescued 112 individuals suspected of being trafficked into Ghana. Inti ASA nipa we mu no Ghana Immigration Service for ankopie mu ho a anka omawie ya ne se yede omo ba be ye traffic ebi mo wa yede omo be ko no mi ko ginagina kwa ho yede omo ma mema ne omo dane ade eno na immigration for timi abom homodin a sa enipa yi omatimi age omo nkwa na se de me kan ye no emu 110 Nigeria for ane baako efri Benin ena baako nso efri Cameroon na uhyemu a na kyese enipa baako enson ena ye kye omo a omo susu se asem no omo ho bombi omo ho ebom bi na ye omo ena omo akofa emabaawa we mu a omo the age 12 to 38 no abepie mu Ghana ha omo omo eba beye sa mekane se trafficking adwuma no ene ade a sese ne de 105 de ye de omo akwakopie mu ewo mu krom sa operation we ye koso on the 20th May no na immigration for sa operation we abasebody akwa magana immigration for say omutimi bo omo homodene act swiftly so omo beje emabaawa we de free sa issue we emu now ye free immigration for nsemi so a na ye kopie mu ewo Malawi mene wo kase said the Ghana ye tu ye hofo na ye kromufo a wo mukopie mu ewo South Africa no ye boy homodin se ye be evacuate omo aba back to Ghana said be ya wo ho ebeto omo no Malawi fon so decide say emprempren they would also cherish their citizens na their koso ewo South Africa me no kase South Africa for chire mu a wo ma ama deadline up to 30th June say any black bia wo ho no ma one year South African no on free hono Malawi for chiremu they are also going to pick their people. So on your screens, you know, a press release a free the Malawi Republic until say the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation would like to inform the public that it is aware of and has been following the keen interest report of vigilante demonstrations and attacks on African migrants in some part of the Republic of South Africa. It's umuchema Ministry of Foreign Affairs at the Malawi mine omuchema mani da hopa a omahu attacker koso ne demonstration koso ewo ebibiman emu nkrofo binum a omakopie mu ewo South Africa mine emu osi through the Malarian High Commission in Pretoria and Consulate General in Johannesburg, the ministry has been in contact with the leaders of Malarian diaspora groups in South Africa in order to assess the situation and provide the necessary support to those affected. In the Malawi High Commissioner ewo Pretoria no ene wo Consulate General ewo high Johannesburg no wo just wo meka wo ho abomu na afi Malawi mfo a wo akopie mu ewo South Africa no wo apekwan ya wo betimi afaso aboa wo a wo ho akoka ewo sa demonstration ni attack we emu. Now so furthermore, since the onset of the demonstration and attacks, the ministry has undertaken several diplomatic initiatives to engage the government of the Republic of South Africa on the matter. Into muchema efibra semi shase koso a den hu de deni ade etwegu wo internet no so no ade Malawi aban no abon homoden pa se enka wo ne South Africa aban ni mu panimfo ebe kasa na wo mahwe de ometimi aye e de afa asem ne hom. Also the ministry would therefore like to applaud the positive high-level engagement held with the government South Africa, which were conducted in a cordial and candid manner and reflective of the long-standing relations between the two countries. The ministry also commends the government of the Republic of South Africa for taking decisive steps to address the concerns raised by the Republic of Malawi. Into muchema wamonsetimi aka South Africa minimum penifo wamo enyantiase akasa hwese nkombetimi akobe nkrumu no mape asem na no pomasibre enti omo de abasobode ma South Africa minimum penifo so matimi din hihye egu akwamu a womo de behwe de ekoso no South Africa minu emu. Now, the ministry would further like to inform the public that the government is making necessary arrangements and undertaking the required processes to provide consular support to Malarians affected by the attacks in some part of South Africa. To which monsono, womudin share ni adi gua kwemua, womo shase, womitimi abwa nkrofo womo aka dwa with South Africa minu emu. In this regard, the government will soon commence a voluntary repatriation exercise for Malarian nationals that have requested government support for their return home. Instead of Ghana and the pepe no they crop for BPM Ghana han Malawi for so chemwa and the omunso say no omo share eniema omo maya krado omo ye malifo Malawi for maya krado say omo pese omo ko back to omo kromu no omo ebetimi aboa omo na omo akopie fi omo ekromu wo asumdwe enti Malawi aban no na edesa krata we ababeto monten so a womo ekire mu se nkomo twetwe de omo atwetwe bi pa de fa womo ne South Africa minor twetwe na afi nso kra no ye hwe de da nchen so a other issues efa kwan yo mefa so de omo nkrofo abepiem we Ghana hani nyina omo ahwe. Now so the repatriation exercise is intended only for Malarian nationals who have voluntarily indicated their willingness to return home and require logistical support from the government. Intisa moya omo ede kobwa Malawi for omo ho aka South Africa no womo se womo a womo aye krado no womo pepa so womo ekọ back to womo krom Malawi no na womo ebeboa womo nti we de na chese enye nhye se womo kọ hye obi se chinchina achen won free South Africa man mu mbese enko Malawi. Now see accordingly the public will be formally informed of the final logistics of the repatriation exercise once all preparations have been completed and in accordance with requisite arrangements that ensures the safety and well-being of the nationals. It's omuchema so omuguso to eniema and omude niema egu akwamu no womo hwese womo ebetimi ahihye bibia kama na ebre no so a womo edebeba beto monten so ama nipa binum a womo aye krado se womo pese womo bafie no womo etimi aboabo womo ho na ye de womo abedu Malawi man mu ewo asumdwe mu. Now so the ministry would also like to advise all Malarians living in South Africa that it has not engaged any individual or institution to handle the repatriation exercise on its behalf. Into womo Malawi fo ewo South Africa enya womo ho ntiase se enya dia omude tumi ahye adwumekuo bia na nipa bia nsa se omboabo ankrofo anu omoye Malawi for efamrafie into bia manani enaho. Now say Malarians nationals are advised to take every precaution not to be duped by any individuals masquerading as representatives of the government on this matter. As such, any queries or requests relating to the matter should be directed to the Malawi High Commission in Pretoria or the consulate in Johannesburg on the following contact details: in Tikrata with Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Capitol Hill, and womo edebaye na so muchema Malawi for womu se bebre no aye krado se wo mpese wo bafie wo mani abre ba won kan hunu se enipa bonefo binum dom ho bafefefemu bi wan so magigigi nkofo sika ne ade enti obi anhye ne nso se womo emfa adwuma ema obia enti so obi wo ho na obegina wa anim se sika sembi ne ade a now why ya where say in free ho in contact numbers no mo provide you know they expecting say obefre bibi kire wa adwen am obefre no wabisa mu na afi wahu no kra ewo mu na ye befa omo akwa onso yafa wo edwa kobia obia emu enji wusika we if you Malawi for eho amafo chema it is a very good initiative say Malawi for ashase say omo nso pese omo nkro for etimi ebepie mu ewo Ghana ewo Malawi mine mu asumdwe mu just like Ghana aye ne pepepe no say South Africa for so omo njia blacks omo empanimfo nhwe no omo mbo omo nkrofo ho ban no omo fo omo enkopie mu ewo fie. Now yewie ensem no na ye back to oman Ghana mu hanum say there have been a conversation since 2024 President John Dramani Mahama ebe president ewo Ghana ha akoso because any name say John Dramani Mahama ne term was serve ewo Ghana ha no is just one term which is 4 years. Agendas have been pushed say beya and come on second term e be kra say yes extend 4 years no ya amend the constitution no na yenye a term like 6 years not the usual 4 years na Mahama intimate so 6 years near there and na me ne wo ka say entia abeto Pinax ya pono so kiremu say enhyiemudie bi akoso e wo NDC amanyokuo no akache a ye empanifo a wo ewo party ni mu wo mo ne President John Dramani Mahama ene hia ye na ehia wo mo hia ye ne tirimupo eta kire nyina ne se na nka wo mo pese Mahama esan ekọ another term ye the third term because Mahama we di kan akọ first term dada and Ghana for tutia no na Dubai no ene ebehu se niema after 8 years no Mahama asan aba Mahama aba ne second term na ya tete manfo push agenda ye kire mu a ewo NDC amanyuko no so mpanifo prepa se Mahama besan so akọ third term na so kire President John Dramani Mahama as honorable lassie is ameme pasumdwe ne chiba wabo egu dendenden a enya asem ketwa intuition screens so say Mahama reject third term push at closed door meeting with NDC elders. Na say kokoa mu nkomo bi akoso ewo NDC amenyuko nu emu no na nkomo hwe se Mahama beji atumu na nka o mekot na o ma amend the constitution na afa watimi akote term na echemu se Mahama wanye antum. Now yehwe nsem a that squeeze so say President John Dramani Mahama has once again ruled out any attempt to seek a third term in office, reiterating his commitment to Ghana's constitutional 2-term presidential limit during a high-level meeting with the National Democratic Congress Council of Elders. Inti chemwa mampani wono de woso obu Ghana emra ebata ye ho ayedi ye adwuma the constitution no enti no ensemo a empanimfo e wo NDC amanyoko nimu hia no mo de tu nanimu say on call for a third term as president rochemu say debi enya de a obeje e de atum. Now, the Herald has gathered that the president restated his position at an emergency closed-door consultative meeting with the influential advisory board at the Flagstaff House on Friday, 29th May 2026, shortly before his departure for the United Kingdom. Enti echiremwa sanhye mude we koso efiada ye twemu ya ansa na mampani eba betu kwan akọ UK no na NDC mpanimfo Council of Elders friend no omu hie mu e wo Flagstaff House na omu di san komo no na mampani de wanje antuma wede nani akire UK no. Or say sources familiar with the meeting said President Mahama used the occasion to put to rest persistent speculation about a possible third-term bid, a subject that has generated considerable debate within sections of the ruling party and the wider political landscape. Into muchema inshemudie na se no na mampani kasa ye se opese omunyina ye omo ase se sa ye third term na omaka ka efibra obeye eye mampani in 2025 yeso yi ni no enya ade a sebe obebai into it because asem we beto odwana kasa nkomo twetwe bebre akoso e wo party ni mu ebinum kwa bekasa wo ye pesemi nkumya na wo ye ni brefo ni ade obekọ na obi aba no and all that manner of things and now my God na mu hanokra enye no eni ye nhyehyeye. Now so the Elders Council chaired by Alhaji Mahama Idrisu and attended by several veteran party figures, including some who have been associated with the party, since the Provisional National Defense Council military era was convened primarily to address growing concerns over premature succession campaigns within the NDC. Into a trema mpanimfo a wo mufre sanhyemudie a yera Alhaji Mahama Idrisu na eda ano eni mpanimfo bebra wo mache ewo amanyuko no mebra na amanyuko no edin de Provisional National Defense Council jeje Rollins pensu nyina wo mu no wo mu no ne Mahama ehia ya wo mu ebo ho enkomo na otimu se enkomo boni bifa niema bia amanfo bia wo party ni mu because they feel like Mahama kwa obi we say ye pe obi foforo obe hye Mahama anan na ye benye obi foforo obe hye we say na ye start a campaign. The people, we have to get familiarized with the people into projects be any programs be ni ade hye so ye hu say NDC for kra ba bonten abeka say until 2025 ne de 2027 ni kwan say obi a campaign ewo oman no emu enti na utimu say ensem ne de akoso na ohwa o say according to sources President Mahama firmly reiterated that he would not seek another presidential mandate beyond his current term. Enti na say ye chema Mampeni John Dramani Mahama kasano o say enya ade a sebe obeha ne ho akọ any second term bia biem ewo third term ewo ejuma na oye no emu. Now I say the intervention comes amid increasing tensions within the governing party over succession politics, with reports suggesting that rivalry among supporters of various potential presidential aspirants has begun affecting constituency and regional party activities. Intinacha say ochemwa the entia amanfo ahase anase mpanimfo no ehunu ne se enkebe ya President Mahama entiase na onko tetem no sese menteme ho ase a ekoso ewo amanyuko no emu ewo district level, constituency level ni ade esanse ye na ye tete me no mienu nyina nim se edin ni bi wo ho a abetoto ya assume the likes of Julius Debra, Haruna Idrisu, Atu Forsen, Professor Jenana any ade ebinumu ebi kra starting po research the whole results any ade about chema sa ade no ase time crew a be deda empanifo ntem na obi aso woni pa wo na chi ewa amanyuko ni mu nti de asem aba na oba asia o say notably the meeting took place without the participation of the NDC's General Secretary Fifi Avikwete and National Chairman Johnson Asiedun Ketia, both of whom have publicly rejected calls for President Mahama to seek a third term. Entina so mu chema sanhye mudie no NDC amanyuko no chairman ankasakra no oni ho Johnson Asiedun Ketia ena ne trotro for Fifi Avikwete ono so na oni ho isa se sankofo mienu we ankasa no madikan agina bedwamu aboagu se Mahama call for a third term. The issue has become increasingly contentious within party circles and growing public advocacy by some supporters urging the president to explore constitutional avenues that could allow another presidential bid. International mudie no na omo hwesenka mampani betimi apekululu biafa so a ebema ne kwan mano assign akọ presidency ni for the third time. Some proponents have argued that the Supreme Court should be invited to interpret whether the constitutional two-term limit applies only to consecutive terms or to the total number of terms the president serves through his or her political career. Inti we go echema yemfa nkopie mu court because the president John Dramani Mahama na 2 terms no a wo kase mampani bia de wakwaye 2 terms. Is it say etwatwa so ti say de na ekufa do de etie o call first term na na assign to man o call second term na wo ye ba ko na break betom na assign ba ti say de nka Mahama be o san wa another term na say ba ko no eka we hu na mienu. Now, I say, however, the party's leadership has consistently dismissed such suggestions. Senior NDC officials maintain that the party remains fully committed to Ghana's constitutional order and has no intentions of supporting any legal, political, or legislative effort to extend presidential term limit into Munchema. Party nimpenufo binum suche manyade omobeji atum. Say Mahama enko for third term. na was set ye do obuo emma emra se be Ghana ye nyina etwa ye ho ahia ye de eye adwuma no ehu o say the debate has also been fueled by claims from opposition New Patriotic Party figures that President Mahama harbors ambition of seeking a third term. In some way, so the Amana Bassa no HS MPP amanyuku ni mu no ebinum chema Mahama nka so mo hwe ne se de oye ne ye ne chemu pa kamia ye se wonya third term Obeko. Among the allegations were claims that the Constitutional Review Committee, chaired by Professor Kwesi Prempeh, had been influenced to recommend changes that could benefit the president politically. Into muchema Constitutional Review Committee amampeniti Professor Kwesi Prempeh ene da no womo nso ase womo form wadwen senka womo de beba na mampeni consider na se be motimi aye nsakraye bi constitution ni mu na mampeni etimi akọ for the third term. Other claims suggested that future judicial appointments could be used to advance a supposed third-term agenda, alleging that President Mahama would appoint Gabriel Scott Pagwon of the Supreme Court as the next chief of staff after Paul Kwejo Bafo-Boni to realize a secret third-term agenda. Inti ebinum crash as here adwene se mampani enche so ofa chief of staff fofra Chief Justice fofro ahye eyeyera Paul Bafo-Boni anemu a wodi Gabriel Scott ene be hye ho no de Gabriel Scott hye ho a obetimi e de afa Gabriel Scott so na afi wakọ eye ne third term na opese okono na utumu se conversation ne de ayebuburuja ebi chiremu a Mampeni said the wakano onye ne sa. Now, see, both allegations have been firmly rejected by government officials and NDC leaders. President Mahama himself addressed the matter publicly during a 3-day state visit to Singapore in August last year, declaring unequivocally that he would not contest the 2028 presidential election. Speaking after bilateral talks with Singaporean President Taman, Mr. Mahama said his decision not to seek re-election would enable him to focus on maintaining fiscal discipline and implementing difficult but necessary economic reforms. I will not be a candidate in the next elections, and therefore I can hold the line when it comes to fiscal discipline. The president stated the position has been repeatedly reinforced by senior party officials. And to say the yakanono NDC for ni bikrade enyade a umujutumu se President John Dramani Mahama enko for third term ewo my ganemu has say abusia yemfa mo ensi ha na yenda mo asese munya brehwe aha Pinax TV.